I thought the top story was particularly good. I thought it was on the money. It had picture, it had a really good interviewee in there, it was well told and the script was well written, and I thought that story was good enough to go on any regional bulletin, and that sort of filtered through the show. Even the second story that you did about the politics of the cuts, it is the big issue at the moment, and all the cuts and the job losses as a result of them. I thought that was a story that was born out of another part of your output, and you were able to get a news line from that and make it into a story, and that's a sign of coming in the morning saying, God, I've got nothing here, and yet you came up with the goods and made something of it. I thought the live was really good. I thought the live that you did was well told. You've agreed the questions beforehand, and I think that's the key, particularly if you're doing a timed news show as you are. You're not doing endless 24-hour rolling news like Sky or BBC News, but you're doing a timed show, and it's quite important, therefore, to know what the questions are going to be, so you can then focus your answer. I think you're getting an excellent training here. A lot of the jobs that you're going to go into next year, be they radio or if you're lucky enough straight into television, are going to be multi-skilled. They're going to want you to know about the technology as well as the journalism. They're going to want you to know about the law as well as your sound levels. And that's a unique skill, and you're getting that here. And then you just need to apply that to the industry and step up to industry standards, if you like, and you're pretty close to doing that. But I think you're getting a really good training here, and you've got the right kit, you've got a big studio, you've got laptops and Apple Macs, and you're doing the editing and you're thinking about your sound, and that's it's a pretty tall order when you ask someone to do that. And so I think when you're finding jobs next year, you're in a good place. It's just convincing your potential employer that you can do the job to the standard they're looking for. I thought that general election coverage was remarkably ambitious for a student setup, for having to do multiple live broadcasts. I thought it was pretty amazing. The product that you produced, yes, of course, it wasn't on the scale of what the BBC or ITV put out that night, but then you don't have the budgets of many millions of pounds that those respective organisations spent on their programmes. I thought it was pretty slick. It looked like you were across all the stories. You were ahead of your game on that one, and I was really impressed with what you managed to achieve. Using cutting-edge technology. That will stand you in good stead as you go into the industry, because everything's about how you can do things more cheaply and how you can harness technology to get pictures from A to B, and you were using Skype and other forms of the internet, and I thought how you were able to cover counts in Southampton and Basingstoke and get the Andover result on air before anybody else was pretty impressive, so I think you should all be pretty proud.
A project like